to International Film Festival 2021, and we are with one of the filmmakers of the present and of the future, of course, Aga Woszczyńska.
Yes, perfect.
Welcome, Aga.
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation.
Congratulations for your film. It's your first feature.
Yes, it's my
but
first
it's not the first time with the actors and with the characters, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, a long time ago, because it's like 6 years so far. I made my short diploma film with the same actors and like Agnieszka Żuleska and Dobromir Demecki, which played the same characters as Anna and Adam. And I shot it with the same cinematographer, Bartosz Świniarski, a very talented friend of mine. And it was a story about the same characters, but maybe earlier, set in Warsaw. But it always also was, my film was telling a story about this kind of emotional bankruptcy, as I like to call the state of my characters.
Yeah, that's it.
And I thought that this short film is not enough to tell I needed more screen time to understand my characters, maybe forgive them.
Yes, as you tell, it's difficult to understand it, but there's some mood in the film. Did you have in mind the future making the short, or what has been the process to do the whole image of the film? Because it's very characteristic.
Yeah, it's very specific. What fascinates me actually is image. I think that this powerful image is more powerful than thousands of dialogue lines actually. And I like to, in my films, I would like the image to communicate emotions and meanings, not only dialogue. And also the silence and the sound is very important to me. I don't use music in my films, as I think that music artificially emphasizes emotions. It can tells you, wow, now you're supposed to laugh, and now you're supposed to cry, and now you're supposed to be scared. So I think that because of in my film there is no soundtrack, but the sound design is kind of a soundtrack, and because of this, the viewer is not distracted by me telling him what's supposed to feel. It's just pure screen and the audience.
And we can focus then on the actions, because from the beginning until the end, the characters speak not only for what they say, that's not very much, but of what they do, how they run, how they kiss, how they eat. How had you establish the script to follow this line, to kind of understand them?
Actually, we didn't. I improvise at all. What's written in the script is in the shot, and we're very prepared. So actually, you could see everything on the paper, if it really works or if it doesn't work. Because we're working on the script I'm saying we because I worked with my brilliant co-writer Piotr Jaksa-Litwin, so it wasn't only me, and we went with the script, spent with the script a long time just to know that it's not like every sentence communicates every image. Also, my way of writing the scripts is not like that he came here, then he went out, and so on. But I'm also writing with emotion. I'm describing environment, so it's kind of more poetical film story than just a script.
Completely. You knew Italy, didn't you? But it's from the background, but also on the film itself, there's an issue that's immigration. How did it affect what you knew about immigration and Europe in your film?
Well, I always think that it's like this film took me 5 years, and to me it wouldn't be worth just to speak about the couple. I need something more, kind of a meta level of the story, that I want to make a comment on very important things for me. And when I was writing the script, the horrible catastrophe on Lampedusa happened, and Italy was invaded by people who were desperately asking for help. So by calling this film Silent Land, it's not that I blame Italy, because at that moment, of course, it was Italy who was facing the problem, but right now it's not only Italy, especially now when the tragedy in Afghanistan happens. We are closing our eyes and our borders. So that was the reason when I made this story. Which is unfortunately right now very updated, I mean, actual.
Completely. The actors, you had them all in mind, even Jean-Marc Barr.
Yes, I had Jean-Marc Barr in my mind from the very beginning, because at the beginning we didn't have the couple, diverse couple, but during writing the script we wanted to have contrary couple to my characters. And from the very beginning I knew I would like Jean-Marc Barr to act in my film, but I was afraid that maybe he wouldn't agree, because he used to play, a diver, and it was many years ago, and it was his, I think, the most famous film. But not only he agreed, but he also is like so kind and so professional, and it's like a great work with him. And he didn't treat me as a debut director at all. So it was really fascinating cooperation.
Oh, that's really very nice. The other day there was a press conference, and I heard that, and I agree completely, that your style is like Haneke, Antonioni, and you said there were references for you. What are your other, or what are your main
people
making references?
Definitely people. There are no films. Of course, I watch films. I watch paintings and photography, but it's like not my main inspiration when I'm making a film. It's like situation that happened, people that I meet, and the very important things that are happening around that I can make a comment on. My next film will be also a very intimate story about two women trapped on an island because of environment catastrophe. So I want also to make a comment about what is happening with the climate and nature right now. So that's the things that inspire me the most, what I can make a comment on.
Yes. Your film, from the incident that happens, make us think, what would I do? Have you asked yourself the same question? What would you have done if you hadn't been in the place of the main characters?
Well, actually, it was a month ago when I first time in my life I called this emergency number 112. I don't know if this is in Canada, because I saw on the street a woman. She was, of course, completely drunk, but it's not important when she could die, if she was drunk or if she was injured. And she was lying in the middle between other houses. People could see her from the balcony, and then were passing by, but nobody reacted because because she's drunk. And I said, so what the fuck if she's drunk? It's also important to help her. And for the first time I called an ambulance, but the people were just passing by and nobody did nothing. And so I think it's like archetypical somehow that you want to help, and if you don't have this empathy, it means something wrong with you.
Completely. And what about the second film? I read that there's going to be a second film.
Yeah, we'll see, I hope. And I hope
next year,
sooner than better.
In Toronto.
No, 3 years in Toronto, it would be good. So it will take a lot of time as well as with this one, because it will be also a co-production. So when you're making a co-production, it's obvious that it takes more time. But I would like to make not only Polish film, and not only about Polish people, but to make it as universal as it is possible, to speak generally about world problems and European problems.
Yes, and there is something you can tell us about the script, the argument? It's secret, like Wes Anderson films?
No, as I told you, as I told you that it's about two women trapped on an island due to ecological catastrophe, and this bizarre time of captivity make them actually realize what a real freedom is. And I would like to go with this and third film more into the I call it when the art house meets genre. So I would like my film to be more thrillerish, and my third film maybe more like even horror-ish. I'm learning myself, because it's like we didn't have classes from genre, so it's not like that I have tools. I'm just, learning myself from film after film.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So we have a date on other festivals. We'll see your films.
I hope so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For Silent Land. And well, until the next time.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation.